Hello and welcome to the post-race show of the South African Endurance Series. My name is Nadine Wilkin, this is Prince Ndweni, and we'll be taking you through the show. It's been an exhilarating season so far, with so much happening. And all I can say is something that really stood out for me in the show and the series is that the team camaraderie, how these guys managed to pull together as a team to work through any hiccups and problems they faced along the way. And there has been many. But we're finally at the end of the road, looking forward to see who the 13 champions are that will be crowned. Prince, tell us some more.
Yeah, it's a very good point on the camaraderie between all of these teams. As much as they compete against each other, they're also competing against the challenge of racing in GT and endurance. And in both those championships, we still have a lot to decide. 7 points are splitting the top 2 in the endurance championship, and also equally a handful in the GT. In GT, it looks like Michael Stevens about to wrap up his 19th overall championship throughout his career, which is incredible for a driver in any part of the world to say, and I have a lot of money put on him. I won't even lie to you. If I was a betting man, I'd definitely put a lot of money behind him. But he's got a strong challenge in the form of the Scribantes that we just saw now, who I think are very competitive and never give up right until the very end.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's take a look at the recap.
Massive confidence booster for WCT Engineering as Joey Loreen put their Ginetta on pole for the 1 hour sprint. Ultimate Outlaws Michael Steven getting ready to secure a championship on the weekend in 2nd place. Andrew Colbert in his AMG GT in 3rd place side by side with Silvio Scribante. Middle of the pack qualifying for Hart Motorsport, Craig Jarvis putting the number 68 in 5th. 6th place is Aldo Scribante right behind brother Silvio, and 7th, Sun Moodley for Bigfoot Express, and right beside him closing up the pack is Rolf Du Plessis in 8th.
South African GT, it's a race one, it's an hour-long race, around 41 laps expected. Here we go, the car's coming through now.
And away they go.
Oh,
Silvio getting the jump. Silvio's got the jump, tries to go around the outside, but had to back out of it. Michael Stevens stuck in the middle, and Rolf Du Plessis trying to get by.
Look at Colbert. Andrew Colbert in 2nd place, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Steven, he seems to be on a bit of a eggshells. He's slippering a little bit. Michael Steven can't afford to be behind Andrew for too long here. I'm not sure that this is the best opportunity for overtaking.
He's trying. He looked left, he looked right, but Andrew Colbert, with lots of racing knowledge, will put the pressure, put the squeeze on him as well.
And there we go, Stuart White then into 2nd place. He takes Michael Steven. Michael's not going to fight that too much. He's struggling in the 145s, and that's why the Stuart White Aston Martin's gone through his last lap time, a 142.9, almost 3 seconds faster than Michael Steven. Oh, and this doesn't look good there for the Porsche. They're going to roll him back now into the pits. Is he looking for a place to park that car? It looks like he is.
Marshall's able to move the car back behind the barrier. That will keep a safety car at bay. Silvio lining himself up. I don't think Andrew's going to fight too much at this point. He's going to try and hold the inside line. Silvio tries to go around the outside, backs out of it. Will look for a cutback as he tries to go back on the apex. Not working out there. Looks for the inside line once again. Couldn't get it. Andrew Colbert going and chopping him up. But Silvio early on the throttle.
Compromise there with the racing line.
He's trying. He is trying to hunt down.
There we go.
Silvio Scribante, though, will be a bit closer to Michael Steven, and that may keep the championship hopes alive. So they got that one mandatory pit stop. I think they're going to do it in the final 10-15 minutes of the race as Aldo Scribante comes right across the nose of Rolf Du Plessis into the turn 2. Now they're trying to make their way up, and Rolf is not backing down from this one.
Yeah, remember, of course, that's Isaac Spiss's McLaren there. He's, of course, already assured of 3rd place in the Pro-Am standings with his rain rival not participating here this weekend as well. So, and there he goes. He's going to take the inside line into Sunset, and he's going to take back that position now, 5th place. Rolf finding the groove in a car that he didn't start the day in. This is what it's all about as the leader comes through, tiptoeing gently there past Sun Woodley in the Bigfoot Express Mercedes. There's certainly nothing to lose here for Andrew. He was having a great race. Rolf, unfortunately, just not quite working out. That's not the car he started the day in. He had electrical problems with his gearbox. He just wants to get it home now with under 2 minutes left to go. And this is the SA GT. It's the penultimate round. We've got one more round to go. This is the GTO category race winner here coming through. Joseph Ellerine for the last time coming around the last corner. The checkered flag is out. He's going to pick up race victory here for race 1 of the weekend. There we go. Confirmation. Joseph Ellerine flying through the finish line. Right, there we go. Celebrations for Isak Spiss, who's wearing the number 1 shirt, and he's celebrating with him. This isn't the podium, boys, but he's got the number 1 shirt. There's something happening there that seems to be set in stone that Michael Stephen is champion. They're celebrating. They've got the number 1 shirt out. That's the first championship then for Michael Stephen since 2018.
Calling up the number 2 Lamborghini of the Scuderia Scribante team. Fantastic bit of racing today. In second place on the podium for the Pro Class, Silvio Scribante. But of course, it is a crowning moment. We're celebrating the crowning of our champion for this year from Ultimate Outlaws' dominant season. Michael Stephen, join us up on stage. Your 2023 champion for the SAGT class, Michael Stephen of the Ultimate Outlaws.
So Michael, a long season, well fought. You came into this race round 9 with a 6 out of 7 record in terms of race wins. Was it an expected feeling, or was there still a lot of hard work to do to get the car across for that final finish?
It's never an expected feeling, so you always go out there as it's another race, anything can happen, and we just put in the effort before the race. Big thanks to Team Ultimate Outlaws, Isak Spies, Ruan, the entire team. The car was fantastic, and when you do the preparation up front, it makes it a lot easier. And as you say, you never expect it, and the car ran perfectly today, and we could pull another win, so it was fantastic.
How much confidence does this give you going into the next season of racing? Is it going to be much of the same type of preparation, or are we looking some changes? New car, maybe team setup?
Yeah, well, there might be a couple of changes next year. There's a reset for 2024. So everything that we've done this year sort of resets and we start over again. But we've learned a lot this year. Every time we've gone out in the car, we've tried something, we've tested something, and we carry that experience over. So definitely bodes well for 2024.
A huge congratulations goes out to the Ultimate Outlaw team and Michael Stephen for taking the championship for 2023. Now that we've wrapped up SAGT, Prince, give us some insight on SAE.
Yeah, SAE equally as exciting. Into Africa behind us here could secure themselves a historic win. Oli Litlaka, Stewie White, as well as Mikhail Pittenberg could be the first team of color to win an endurance championship. And it's going to happen right here on historic grounds at the Kyalami Grand Prix Circuit. But they're not too far ahead of Stradale Motorsport, 7 points ahead of them in the championship, so there's nothing in it. And we have double points on offer for this. So remember, it's not going to be decided until they cross the finish line. So let's see how the SAE Championship wraps up.
An unofficial lap record pole for Just for Sleep, going for the whole shot with Inter Africa Racing, our championship contenders. In 4th place, Stradale Motorsport had to finish the weekend with a different car, an Audi R8 as opposed to the AMG GT. In the lead for the 1 hour dash segment is another Audi R8, that of Ultimate Outlaw Michael Stephen, and his immediate worry was Andrew Calvert in 6th and Silvio Scribante in 8th place. Craig Jarvis of Harp Motorsport in 9th, the second Scribante Lamborghini in 10th, marshaled by Aldo, and in 11th place is the Play.Coza Juno. 13th overall and in pole for Class D, the number 6 VW Play.Coza car put on pole by Daniel Rowe. Next to him, Nicky Dix in that number 37 bright red 911 Porsche. The number 691 of Francis Carruthers in 17th place. Right next to him in 18th, G&H Transport's Nissan GT RR32, and in 19th, Bucket List Racing's Anthony Pretorius. Kyle Robinson in 21st, Coastal Engineering Supplies 22nd, Mike Ferrier 23rd, and Class E Championship Defenders Pesty Racing in 24th. Right behind them are the number 25 place PPLE Group and Adapt Design backdraft car, Mad Max in 26th, Backdraft Racing's Naidu and Graham in 27th, the number 7 OSG Backdraft in 29th, contending with the Morgan Road Trio, the 31st place Corridors Racing VW having a new gearbox, and the 32nd place Toyota Gazoo Racing. Right Motorsport in 33rd, Toyota Gazoo Racing again in 34th, and we got the Target VW, the number 96 there, marshaled by Fabian Lantz. The 36th place Team Kubani Backdraft has to keep the likes of McLaughlin, Hirsch, as well as Alvarez at bay to make up a 39-car grid.
It's quiet before the storm. They're the fans hanging out the windows, and we're about to go racing. 9 hours. Here we go. There they go, we can hear.
There are they powering away, and it's going to be Linus Earn, the start of the SAE 9 hours of Kyalami, and it does look like all the cars jostling for position.
Oh, we've really got a challenge here. It's a long race, boys.
Bellerin in the Ginetta, but the Norma Nova with Nick Adcock behind the wheel. They're just for sleep, trying to pull away. So he's trying to use the power to weight ratio. It's not going to help on a very long straight. And like where the Audi can utilize that V10, gets past, under braking, does give a little bit of a flash to just let Joseph Bellerin know that he's going to be coming up in a flash. But Michael Stephen, seeing that he wants to get into a little bit of a first fight, he wants to have a bit of fun against the Norman Nova.
That's
Craig Jarvis.
Craig Jarvis in the 68, and he's spun now, coming into Ingwe.
But that is a double yellow. It may be a safety car. Yes, it is. Marshall's running out.
Safety car. It looks like they've got the 68 car now rolled back from Craig Jarvis. Can he get it started? And he does indeed. So that's good news. But we are behind the safety car now, so everyone's going to slot back into position and once again bring the field back together.
Silvio getting pincered right against Pesty Racing, who's trying to get his way through. Remember, the two backdrafts that they're getting past now are fighting for position. Joseph putting himself in the middle of the two and managing to get past. But that was a heart-to-mouth moment for all three drivers. John Akaro getting past Isaac Spies and now has his eyes firmly set going after Rolf Duplessis. Gives a little bit of a flash to try and let the cars go, but Stuart White makes short work in the Lamborghini.
Looks like a day for Joey Loreen in that 1 hour race. Oh, he must be gutted. He must be gutted.
The WC team putting in so much work into the car, now retiring before even the end of the 1 hour dash.
I'm standing here with Joseph. He's just pulled off into the pits. Joseph, what happened?
Well, the brakes started to get a bit spongy, and then around like lap 1, lap 2, our bicycle shifted into first. I wouldn't up gauge up again, so that's obviously why I lost. I think it was second. And then I didn't want to bend the car, so as soon as the brakes started to get spongy, I decided to just bring it in. Safer to just bring it in and keep the car in one piece.
So we've got around the world watching some amazing talented machinery.
Yeah, I mean, look at the names there. Stuart White, Michael Stephen, we've got Yuri Ruud there, and we've got Jonathan Mkhutsi all in one shot, racing different races and battling it out for different championships.
I'm standing here with Ricky from GNH. What is going on? You guys have been in the pits for a pretty long time. I saw you guys having a bit of issues with fueling. Is it fueling? Are we going to go back out? What's the story?
So at the moment we got it's not selecting on the gearbox. So we're going to just run a computer through it, check diagnostics, and then hopefully we'll hit it out. But yeah, we were doing pretty well. The car was going strong. It's a little glitch, but we will get it out there.
Here he comes down, coming down the mine shaft into Crocodiles. Probably going to have one more lap after this. It is Michael Stephen. He is synonymous with championship victories in South African motorsport. He's a multiple champion across various disciplines. He's been out performing mechanic duties really for the last few seasons. This is his first season back as a full-time racer. He is thrilled to be in a car that is competitive. He's raced a number of cars, it must be said, over the last few years, but this is a full-time season in this Audi and claiming the title yesterday, the first since 2018.
Going a little, looks like they may have had a bit of a mistake just in front of our class. He's a touch on the wall, but thankfully these cars are very, very robust. That's Peter van der Spade.
Peter van der Spade.
is on the inside. Nick Adcock going around the outside, cuts across the nose of the Juno, and there's the contact. Okay, so there is Lataka. There
we
is
go.
the Audi.
So he's opened up a big gap already 2.5 seconds clear. So that might have happened before even we got onto the main straight. So we've got a change in the lead of the 9 hours of Kyalami in a car that was sleeping in Vereeniging in a garage yesterday morning. What a story this could be for the 9 hour. And now we've got that stunning car looking to unlap itself against our early race leader. He's flashing lights. He says, I want to unlap myself.
But how's this for a beautiful view? A Toyota 86 that drove to the circuit, a backdraft roadster which you can go and have a bit of fun with for an affordable price. You've got a Norman Nova trying to get its way through, and a VW Super Cup.
Hey, this is the Porsche now into the pits.
That's getting a refuel.
Yeah, unfortunately having to lift the bonnet for the refuel, not like we see some of the other vehicles, the fuel tank in a different position, of course. So having to open the bonnet to do the refuel. Well, we'll see there's plenty of cloud cover about, looking across over towards Sandton and Waterfall City. It's all looking pretty good at the moment, and we hope it stays that way. There is a forecast of a small drizzle around 3 o'clock.
I know there was a bit of an oopsie earlier on in the first part of your stint, but how did the recovery go, and did you manage to get some momentum going?
Yeah, I did. You know, it was very hot today, so I had kind of engine heating problems. That made it very difficult on my outlap to heat the brakes and the tires, because obviously then I would overheat my engine. So they were a little bit cold on the first lap. On the very last corner, I spun, and then unfortunately couldn't get it into reverse. So I was stuck there for about 2 laps while the field passed me. So once I did finally get going again, I pushed as hard as I could, and I don't know exactly where I ended up, but did a lot of passes.
We just saw some images there coming down now from Mineshaft. That is Kwanda Mokoena, who's leading the race, but look who's looking to unlap himself now. It's Nick Adcock, who started the race. Remember, he's a lap down. He's already unlapped himself from Xolile Lekatla, and now looking to do the same against, who goes very wide. That is a dangerous place. Luckily the sun has come out, and there we go. We have confirmation now. Nick Adcock unlapping himself. Just cruising around, looking really strong and consistent, and that's what you want. That's how you pick up race victories in endurance racing. With 6 hours and 48 minutes to go, the leaders now onto their 69th lap already.
Charles, how was your first stint?
Yeah, look, it was a bit difficult. Stewart is immensely fast, so we knew we were going to be on the back foot a bit with the car not being set up and all that. So, yeah, but, you know, as we've shown through the year, our strategy is on point. So from, let's say, almost a lap down to leading the race in one fell swoop. So, you know, at this point, we're just keeping to our strategy, and yeah, we'll see towards the end. There's rain coming, so I think that's going to play a massive role.
And tell me, which driver will be taking on the rain?
Well, whoever's in the car at that point. Luckily, all three of us are competent in that regard. So, yeah, we'll see. You know, next is Ari going in. That's our faster driver. So we'll see. Maybe, you know, especially with the Lamborghini, it's maintaining currently, and yeah, from there, try to speed into the 9 hour.
This is coming down Mineshaft, his current leader. And he's gone a little bit wide.
Life got interesting.
As our second place, Xolile Lekatla, comes into the pits, what could we see? Could we see a driver change here now?
But now we're going to have a fresh driver in that Lamborghini, and it does look like a fresh set of tires going on the car as well. So Patamba is going to have a no holds bar at this point. You've got fresh tires. They're getting hooked on the rear view mirror, and able to get it going. But this is going to be interesting. Fresh tires, full tank of juice, and a clear circuit to go fighting out.
This is the third place car, the Nova Proto, and we're going to get confirmation as he heads through the start-finish there, the end of the pit lane, as to the driver change as well. We find out now, Jonathan Thomas, there it is, who gets into the car.
I'm sitting here with Nick Adcock. He started on pole, unfortunately dropped down to second. You maintained the second right through your double stint. done for the day. Pit stop put you into third. How are you feeling about the rest of the race?
Well, listen, the car's running really, really well. It was unfortunate we timed our first fuel stop very, very badly. And so we lost a lot of time there. And there's also a airlock in the fuel, so we sat there for an enormous amount of time. But then I set sail and put some good laps in and caught some leaders, got some laps back. So we were P2, now we're P3. Yeah, no, if the car continues as it is, we're in a really, really good place. The car is really, really good around here. We tweaked it so well on Friday, and now it's really easy to drive, and I had a great time.
And here comes Jonathan Thomas, who seems to be closing up quite quickly then now. Again, looking to unlap themselves there. That Nova Racing Just for Sleep Proto.
So evenly matched, the Audi and the Nova at this point. Both with a used set of tyres and sliding it again. Those rears are going to be asking for mercy.
So 34 seconds the gap now between second and first. As Mikael Patama goes wide there, that's going to be a little bit more time lost now to the Nova Proto.
Here's one of our E-Class cars, one of the Backdraft Roadsters, going a little bit deep into the corner and getting out of shape. Hooking it in, and that is a bit of spillage coming out over the overflow. So maybe a bit too much in the tank, maybe a slight airlock, but that is a bit coming out. Overflow gets over the rear wheels, gets a little bit hair raising. That BMW is trying to restart. You can see it going on and off, trying to get it to fire up once again, but very, very difficult to fire a car up that has been racing flat out. It's got a lot of heat in the engine.
There we go. Confirmation. Safety car now is out. That's going to bring the top three closer together. Keep an eye on it. It is indeed the Nova Proto coming in for the cheap pit stop, and this could be where the race is won. There's the number 6. Juno goes off now.
Byron, what happened?
Rear right puncture there for Juno. For the Juno there, Byron, who's currently running in 7th place. Looks like he's going to be able to get it back on track. And that is not far from the pits. That looks like it could be Cheetah there.
It looks like he just
Let's
finished.
see what's happened. No, this is in fact going to happen down in the first corner, and it's the VW Motorsport.
Yeah, he's got to complete a whole lap to get back. Let's see what happened.
Looks like it's gone there on the braking.
Yep.
So nothing to do with the VW Motorsport, and he's going to run straight off in Crowthorne. And that is not the last corner, that is the first corner.
Exactly.
So Byron's got a long way back with a rear puncture.
I'm standing here with Peter van der Spey and Byron Mitchell. Byron Mitchell just got out the car. He had a bit of a problem with his one back tire. Byron, what happened?
So basically throughout the whole stint, I mean, we tried to double stint the tires, and they kept getting worse and worse. You know, the grip was fading away as the tires were getting old. And I told the team numerous times, I said, guys, the tires are a bit, sorry, it's so loud. The tires were wearing out in that, and I knew we were scheduled to do a tire pit stop in the next change. And unfortunately, as I passed the VW Motorsport car into turn 1, the rear right tire exploded, and that was that. And then I managed to limp my way around to the bottom of the S's, and then the car started getting too hot, so I didn't want to carry on because I didn't want to blow the motor up. So then I waited for them to turn me back in. But it's a bit unfortunate, yeah.
He is taking the dive on the inside. Kwanda knows he doesn't want to be involved in another incident, and he gives him some space. And we have, ladies and gentlemen, a new leader of the 9 hours of Kyalami, and it is the V8 5-litre Nova that is now leading the race.
Oh, it was a bit of a moment off.
It's a lockup that may have been coming in. And no, that might not be a lockup at all. Bit of, that's steam. That is bodywork rubbing up against the tire. That's not going to be good for your right-hand tire over time. Oh no! Please do not say it so. They're working on the car to try and get it going, but this is championship fleeting. This is going to work into the favor of the Inter Africa. But what's going to happen at this point?
Currently in second place. What happened? How did we get to second?
Firstly, I would like to say, man, sorry to what happened to Stradale, you know, with the little failure they have. I hope they can get the car up and running again so that we can both finish the race. It will be lovely to see this. These are good guys, these are competitors, so I hope they can get the car up and running again. With the race, it's tough out there. It's hot. The times are not coming, especially for me. I've been battling a little bit with traffic today. But you know what? It's 9 hours of racing. You know, it's man and machine. So yeah, we're happy to be where we're at right now. It's looking good. We hope to hold it here.
I'm standing here with Kwanda Makwena from Stradale team. So what just happened? Because you guys pulled in, there was a couple issues. They said that something broke, your drive shaft?
Yeah. So unfortunately, when I came in, Charles had hopped into the car. I'm not sure what exactly caused it, but then as soon as he let off of the clutch and started to roll off, the drive shaft gave up on us. So now the team is just working effortlessly just to try and get the spares and the drips and drabs and try and get the car back onto track. But because you know it's a 9-hour race, anything can happen. But fingers crossed that we'll be able to get back out there. But even if we didn't, I'm still super happy with the guys. The car was not the best in the first stint, but they tried to do the little tweaks in between in the pit stops just to try and make the car better. I only got into the car for the first time in the race, so it was a bit of learning at the same time. But I think the second stint was much better. The pace was there, and I think it showed just by the lap times. So I was super happy. Just unfortunate.
And oh, we got a spinner. That is the number 18 car. And trying to get the car restarted. That is our Mad Max team. That is Fabio Tofani that's in the car, able to get it restarted. And I've got to say, that's a car that has seen better days.
We can see as we went from one end to the track to the other, we've got rain in the distance. Whether it's coming our way or not, we can't confirm, but the wind has certainly picked up, which gives us a good indication that we've got some kind of weather pattern moving our direction.
But slick tyres getting put on to the VW.
Well, look, they are so far ahead in their class, but they might want to just have a little look behind them and maybe change that. There's certainly plenty of time. I'm looking out now. We're at sunset and we've got rain falling and the spectators are quickly jumping into their cars.
And there we go. This is going to change it up because welcome to the ice rink. One half is wet, the other half is dry. And as it all starts to change. Now, slick tires mean they can't displace the water. So in these conditions, it's becoming greasy, but they're going to have to really consider going to wet weather tires quite quickly, which there we go.
He was listening to us. Of course, let's just remind you, we've got still 3 hours 25 to go here at the 9 hour, and spectators are quickly packing up and diving into their cars because they don't want to get wet. Some spectators, of course, have much bigger gazebos and are able just to hide underneath it. But here we go. It's dramatic changes. Now you can see Michael Jensen visibly is looking a little bit slower. He's being cautious out there. Doesn't want to put it in the wall as the rain continues to fall heavily, and it's consistent. And I am looking in the distance from where that rain is coming, and it does look like it's clearer. So we could just be having a shower for a couple of minutes, and then the conditions could change once again, because at the moment it is Stuart White who is absolutely on song. He just did a 1:56.5. He's closed the gap now to 57 seconds, while our leader is in the 2:14s currently, and you can see he's limping around, struggling to get past even the VW Motorsport, which is a significantly slower car. Look what we've got, ladies and gentlemen. It's Charles Orange. He's back on the track. He is currently running there, showing us 7th position. They managed to find the part. And, hey, listen, we've got 3 hours 13 to go. Oh, dear. Right, there's the rain now taking its first victim, and that certainly is going to bring it. There we go, confirmation. It's the safety car. Steve, your head in your hands. Oh, no.
That is the Mad Max car. What a weekend. They've had continuous problems. They tried everything they can for the Class E. Major impact. And it looks like it skipped over the sand into the tie barrier. That is the car done and dusted. Here where he lost it.
We were concerned about standing water there. Oh, he tried to recover.
Lost it before the first is... Oh, that was mine shaft. So he lost it coming out of the mine shaft. This is the right,
and that's the race leader.
Ooh, boy.
This is once again down the mine shaft.
Another tank slapper, and
oh, that is Stuart White, who is on song, but maybe pushing a little bit too hard. How did he keep that on?
I think, like many other drivers, he's taken a deep breath, and the car thankfully hanging together. But I'm sure that the Inter-Africa team that's watching the live stream didn't want to see that.
And look where he's come up behind now. It's Charles Ranges, who is quite far behind, of course. Charles Ranges now 26 laps behind the leader, and now he's behind him on the track. I'm not sure Charles is going to want to get too involved, but those are the two title contenders, of course, for the overall series lead. Behind the safety cars, they drag the Roadster out of the pits. Oh, that's going to be a hard take. And are they going to find a safe space there? And that is indeed looking like the first corner for Crowthorne for, unfortunately, the Mad Max Roadster races come to an end. And the number 7 then, does he move in front of the Porsche? Does the Porsche...
No, he actually hit the river.
Well, apologize. Oh, and he just misses another car as well. So nothing to do with the Porsche there. He did it all by himself. Oh, but here comes Stuart White, who's now going to take the lead of the race, I'm afraid, for Jensen. That is not what they wanted to see. They're just simply cold tires, not up to speed. And Stuart White is about to take the lead of the 9 hours of Kyalami. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Lamborghini is back in front. Yeah, this is from sunset, and there's the sun out, but I don't know if you can see, but it is raining at sunset. It is raining. There we can see the windscreen wipers of the Charles Ranges Audi. It is raining once again, despite the sunshine. There we're now looking down from barbecue towards sunset, and it is raining there. It's a monkey's wedding here at Kyalami. We thought the rain had passed, but it looks like it's just making one more turn back at the moment. We've got if we look down back towards the first corner, there's that rainbow. What stunning scenes. This is, of course, from the pits. So we've got rain in the air, we've got sun, we've got the 9 hours of Kyalami. Ladies and gentlemen, what have we got here? It is our race leader, Patamba, in the pits. And this means Leighton Free is going to take the lead of the race as we go green flag racing here at the 9 hours. We told you don't count your horses just yet, and it's with 2 hours to go.
Oh, wow.
It is the championship leader that is in the pits with a problem. Oh, they're putting new tires on there, perhaps. So they've moved away from the back of the car. They've now got the bonnet off, and they're putting it back on. So this looks like they're coming back out. And this is the faster car in the conditions as we say goodbye to Prince. That is Patamba there. That is now getting started once again. They are pushing him out into the pit lane, and he is getting ready to race. Remember, that is definitely the fastest car on the track.
What happened? Why did you guys have to pull in all of a sudden?
After the pit stop, Mikael came in and there was smoke all over the car and in the car. So luckily we caught it on time. So at the bottom of the engine you run like a water hose going to the front, but it's a rubber hose. We normally insulate it with a silicone extra hose, and it looks like that silicone hose caught a light. So obviously we just took the silicone hose out, and then on the right rear they were complaining about some vibration, but we just had a look and made sure that everything is fine. Car looks fine for now. It's been a tough day, and yeah, I hope we can pull it through.
Oh no! This is the leader in the D class, and this is a spin. Looks like he's kicked it out of the wall. This is the VW Motorsport, and it is Charles Visser. Oh, we can't believe it. Charles Visser, the current Polo Cup champion. He is, of course, looking to protect that car because Daniel Rowe is his teammate. They compete. We've got somebody in the background limping to their pits. It's all happening here. All right, and I get a feeling that they're probably going to drive that car to the hotel as well tonight, as well, because it's a road-going car. There's the VW Motorsport now.
Trying to get it sorted out. It's going to turn it around. Maybe get, yep, they're going to have the tow vehicle pull it along. Safety car is still out. They moved it off the racing line, which is fair, because now it makes the life a little bit easier for everyone. No!
Is this the Lamborghini?
That is!
Oh, no.
It's turned off.
It's Stuart White now that's got in the car. He's trying to restart it. This is at the mine shaft. It's the second car on track who's now got some kind of...
He can't restart it. He's trying to restart the car, and it's just maybe going through the engine, trying to reset the management system to get it to fire up. 8 laps behind.
Is that 4 laps or 8 laps?
He's eight laps behind.
No, in fact, he's 8 laps behind the leader, but he's 4 laps behind Stuart White. So they just get confirmation now. I'm just looking at the timing screens. There goes the Lamborghini being towed in. So they are now In fact, there we go. They've just gone past and are now 3 laps behind. The Porsche is now 3 laps behind. The Lamborghini hasn't even got to the pits yet to see what is wrong. It is all unfolding here. What looked really comfortable for this team is all of a sudden going up in smoke.
He would have been able to go to radio communications and report back of what's going on, so he can have the technicians looking out.
We're still investigating, but it looks like something's that go in the engine. So yeah, we may not take the flag today, but yeah, I mean, it happens. I think the team, the drivers, everybody's done a great job to manage this race today. So it's unfortunate, but these things happen, and it's not all bad news yet. Our main rivals are currently 5th in class, and they need to win the class to get the double points to win the championship. So at this stage, we're still on for the championship. But yeah, it would have been nice if we could finish today. And it looked like we were going to finish strong, so.
Yeah, you can see those front disc brakes glowing red hot as they go around the corner. What a sight it is. And don't worry, that's not a problem. That is exactly what is expected from that car. That's the Porsche of Keegan Masters. Last time out. Okay, there we go. I've got a change in the timing now. Keegan Masters moved up into 2nd place. So it happened perhaps quicker than we expected. And he's lapping, listen to this, in a 1:48. Keegan Masters has just done a 1:48. I'll put it into perspective. The leader, who perhaps is cruising a little bit late in Ferrari, has got a comfortable lead now of 9 laps, did a 1:55. So that Porsche is on song with a man who is comfortable racing under massive pressure.
They've just done their last pit stop, right?
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. Tell me, how's it going? You guys made one hell of a comeback. How's it going? Give us an update there.
Well, we're trying. I mean, we didn't. I was throwing in the towel. The boys stuck through it. They decided let's put the side shaft. Lost 45 minutes, unfortunately. And yeah, here we are now. We're in it. Our main protagonists in the championship, India Africa, they've got their own problems. So it just shows you, just keep on keeping on. Hopefully we get there first.
That is an alternator with an alternator belt off. So
is that alternator belt actually broken there? Looks
yes,
like
it is.
So they've actually broken an alternator belt. Perhaps that could be the reason. So there goes the old one out. The new one's coming in now. And there we go. We've got confirmation now. Mike McLaughlin is in 3rd position. There we go. It's a change in the podium positions here at the 9 hour. It's the number 72 Backdraft Racing car that's moved up now under Mike McLaughlin's leadership there. Right, so we've got some more breaking news. Listen to this. We're doing all sorts of calculations, but we're hearing from our race organizers that if it finishes as it is right now, Stradali will win by 1 point over Leclerc. This is unofficial, of course, but that is the calculations that we are frantically doing. And this is because the Lamborghini is down to 6th place at the moment. The Juno has overtaken and now is 2 laps ahead of the Lamborghini. With 35 minutes to go, is 2 laps too far to catch up, even if they got back onto the track.
So I'm back with Charlotte Ranjis at the Stradali camp, and looks like things have changed again.
Yeah, look, like I said, we didn't give up, and well, with 20 minutes to go, we're in a very good position to score. Let me just say that we don't jinx it. So yeah, it's been a real roller coaster this weekend, and up to the guys. We at one point thought if we didn't have bad luck, we won't have any luck, and yeah, well, fingers crossed. Ari just has to bring it home now, and yeah, we can maybe have a bit of a celebration tonight.
No.
That's Stradali. Stradali pulling into the pits. They've actually stopped.
Oh. Okay, wait now.
They've
got to get that car out within 5 minutes of the pit lane closing. Is that right?
So the final 5 minutes of the race, pit lane's closed. They have to get that car out. This is going to change it. That car needs to get out. The championship is riding on that car crossing the line into Africa. Is going to be willing something different. Stradali has this may change it all right at the last. There's an Audi in the back. That's all I can say. And it's shut down. Did it run out of fuel? Did it run into an engine fault? What's gone on? The ignition is on. We can see the dash lit up. But what has gone on to make that car stop in the pits? It's needing a push down pit lane. Turning it on, turning it off, trying everything they can to get it to fire up. There we go.
Oh! Are they going to get going?
Drive it around in gear. Do everything you can. Getting reports here. Stuart White is starting to get back into his overalls by the looks of it. We got a hidden picture from the pit, so maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to get that car out for one last lap.
7 minutes now. 7 minutes left in the 9 hour of Kyalami. The pit lane closes in 2 minutes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they just...
Are they going to let them out?
Nope,
No.
It's gone. That's it. Lamborghini out. And that is into Africa. Not even finishing. Swartkorps, they just got out by the skin of their teeth. And after all that... oh, man.
Wayne Riddell, the CEO there. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a red light at the end of the pit lane, which means any cars that are in the pits cannot go out onto the track. That is the rules, I'm afraid. And it's going to be hard take for Stuart White and the whole team. And here's some pictures coming through of the team who just couldn't get them out. You can see the massive disappointment for Knolile there.
Disbelief all round for the entire team, and your heart goes out to it, but rules are rules. And man, oh man, now every team is just willing their cars to come across the line and get the checkered flag for the SAE 9 hours of Kyalami.
It's going to be Keegan Masters in the BBR Porsche 992 that is going to finish in second place, and it's going to be Mike McLaughlin, who's somewhere crawling around the track, to finish on the podium. And they are going to be in third position. And the story of the story of the story of the day is going to be Stradale Motorsport in fourth position, taking the championship.
Here is Leighton Farida, Just for Sleep, Nova Proto NP02, the first time out at Kyalami, and walking away with the checkered flag for the first ever SAE 9 hours of Kyalami.
Unbelievable scenes, ladies and gentlemen. The 9 hours has come to an end, and it is Leighton Farida that's going to pick up the famous victory. He started on pole position and for the team, and of course now they've brought it home. He's the fastest man on the track all weekend long, and here he is picking up the victory in the 9 hours of Kyalami.
So we're going to get things started with the day's racing results. In third place overall for the day's racing, Mike McLaughlin in that number 72 slingshot, back on stage. Join us, please. A car some would argue has no place being on the podium. Incredible performance from them. In second place, one more time, marshalling that BBR 992 Porsche, Keegan Masters. Verissimo Tavares, Heinrich Lattegan. Join us one more time on stage, gents. And in first overall for the day, Leighton Ferry, step to the stage, please, once again. And the Nova Proto 02 team, Nick Adcock, well done to you. Fantastic racing, gentlemen. Congratulations, overall winners for the day. So for the national awards, a round of applause please for your top finishers in Class E. Another round of applause please for your top 3 finishes in Class D. One more round of applause for our top 3 in the Class B. Another round of applause for your top 3 for the Class A Championship. One more round of applause for your Index of Performance National Champion, JP Breiner. So for the national awards, we're going to start with the overall championship. And in 3rd place, we have the PBR Racing of Heinrich Lattegaan. In 2nd place, overall, Steve Clark in the Mike McLaughlin Backdraft. And in 1st place, overall, a big round of applause for Charles Ranges in the Stradale Mercedes Custom Racing car. Woo!
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Geez, it was a hard year. And yeah, to be able to get this, you know, through the hardship of this weekend is incredible, really. Kudos to the guys. Kudos to everyone involved. It was immense.
Listen, I've seen you guys struggle this weekend. I've seen you guys pull through time after time after time. What can you tell me?
Well, it's never over until the fat lady sings. But, you know, honestly, to Stradale and the team, you know, well done. I mean, these guys have been trying to win this thing for how many years now?
Plenty of years.
And the job is finally done. I mean, it's been one hell of a 48 hours, to be quite honest. Yeah, I think
There's been a couple close calls, right? Yeah. Well, congratulations, guys. You well deserved it.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Just wow. That's all I can say for Kyalami. I actually have no words because there was just so much action.
Yeah.
I wasn't bored once in those 9 hours, I must say. I mean, we've been here since this morning, right? I mean, it's almost midnight. And
It is.
yeah.
It is.
But what a way to close off the season, honestly. A huge shout out to all the drivers and teams. A huge shout out to the sponsors, to our management team for making this happen, for bringing this sport together, to helping us take it to another level. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Indeed.
We look forward to seeing you guys in the new year. Kyalami's come to a close and we also closed our season.
Yeah, we'll close a long season of racing, 5 rounds of endurance racing, 10 in total of the GT and sprint category. And all of that provided some very exciting rounds throughout the year. And all of them culminated and were ended and crowned right here. 13 championships decided right down to the last couple of minutes of the 9 hour, which is incredible work, I think, from all of the competitors. It shows the competitive level that we're at in terms of motorsports and how much more we have in store for the coming years ahead. Because in March of next year, 2024, we're kicking it off right here.
Yes, we are. But anyways, that now brings us to the end of our post-race show. So from everyone in the SAS team, from myself, Nadine Wilkin, and my partner in racing, Prince Ndweni, we thank you for your support and we'll see you in the new year.